Hey guys, I'm Echo. You guys are watching the Terraliga Studios channel, and we're back. Yeah, I'm not dead after one episode. That's surprising, honestly, considering that I've been kind of neglecting making an episode all day for today. But, I want to try to do it daily uploads, so I'm going to try my damn hardest too. Last episode ended up running almost 45 minutes, or actually like over 45 minutes long. If it ends up running that long today, I'll probably end up splitting the episode into two parts. Easier to edit, easier to spread across multiple days. This makes the whole process easier. I figured I would start doing that anyways, record one big long take and then only take chunks of it for episodes. Um, I like doing that anyways because then I don't have to take breaks in between play sessions, and it just makes everything work out a little bit better. So, where we last left off is we finally got the necessary component kits to get our craft bot. That was the goal of episode 1, and today's goal, I don't know. Like, I guess getting our first vehicle, because getting a vehicle is not going to be easy, because a gas engine requires 3 component kits, a regular chair requires 1, let's see, a chair, oh, well, a regular chair doesn't, but it requires cotton, and I'm completely forget how to get cotton. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to build the crappy engine, the crappy chair, and then bearings are easy to craft. But we are going to get actual good wheels because not having good wheels sucks. It sucks not having good wheels. Only problem is, actually good wheels require beeswax and metal blocks. Metal blocks are easy to make. You just take scrap metal and then you make them. It takes a little bit, about 10 seconds each pair, but it's relatively easy to make regular metal blocks out of scrap metal. Same thing with wood. So the only thing we gotta do is collect some resources to get that up and running, and then we gotta find the beeswax for the wheels. We need, it's 6 beeswax for one wheel, so we need about 24 beeswax to get a full 4 set of wheels. That sounds like a challenge, but it's not that big of a challenge. And another thing we probably have to get started is some food, because the only thing we got left is 5 sun shakes and like a few fruits, and like that's it. Like that's all we have. The only thing that sucks about doing that is that you have to watch out for farm bots, and you have to, do all that good stuff. And that's not always the most ideal thing to do, especially when these fuckers are annoying. Which at first they're not so bad, but they come in bigger swarms after each night of you doing it. Hey, you dropped a component kit. Now, if I recall correctly, there's a hill here, so probably not. In some playthroughs I've been through, there was usually a watering hole back there. I keep on pressing C. C, by the way, is the the slide or crouch thing for Satisfactory. So I end up pressing it a lot whenever I'm running around. In games by accident, even though like I know it's not going to reward anything, it's just going to zoom out or do something else. In this case, it zooms you out from your character. So what I'm going to be planning on doing here is, first up, let's get food growing, because that's probably going to be our biggest priority at the moment, considering that we don't have a ton of that. We don't have a ton of, gosh darn it. Hi. You snuck up on me, didn't you? You little fucking piece of garbage, you. Usually they don't sneak up on you like that. But I guess he did. So yeah, we do want to try to get that set up. So what I'm going to do really fast is clear out all the stuff that we currently do not need. I'll keep the berries on me just in case, but we don't need the potatoes. We don't need, I'm going to keep the component kit on me just because. We'll keep the food on us. We'll keep the seeds on us because we're going to need those. But we'll get rid of the gas. We'll put this down. We need the soil, not the fertilizer. Fertilizer is right here. We don't need the batteries. We don't really need the glass. That's food. We're going to keep it. We don't need the chemicals. And we don't need the water jugs. So I'm gonna push all that down. I don't need the water. Don't need the chemicals. Don't need the battery. Don't need this massive aesthetic thing that just kind of sits there. We don't need the gas. We don't need to do the potatoes. So what we do probably need to take is we need to pick one of these to grow. I think it's probably going to be beetroots. And then we're going to take our buckets. And we're also going to place this glass down here. Because we don't need that. So we got our buckets. We got our seed. And then we're going to take a few bags of these right here. I'm just going to take all of them because why not? It's already night, which sucks to begin with. But we're going to try to go out and find some water to put this down at. Because you can put them anywhere. But it's obviously better to put it in your water unless you have a pipe system set up to bring water to you. We don't have that yet. Also, this is a golden one. They're supposed to give you better crap, but I guess not. I hear... There you are. Now, I should have brought some blocks with me, but I'll probably chop some down to some of these trees to use as kind of like a barrier, because they have to break through that barrier before they can get to your crops. And that's usually always nice to have, because while they don't spawn until the next day after you start farming, it's usually always a good idea to make sure that your stuff is protected just in case, because you don't want to come back and see your crops destroyed, because then that just sucks. Like, straight up just sucks, because it's horrible. Now, ideally, you would have this wherever your base is, and you can actually uproot this, so it doesn't really matter too much. But ideally, that's where you'd want to have it, is at your base. I don't think how much you plant affects it. I think what affects it is how long the farm has been running. Like, at first, they'll only bring a few, and then all of a sudden, they'll start bringing, like a bunch. They'll start bringing... Oh, hi. See, a couple of these guys can be roaming around the forest, but I believe once you kill them, they don't respawn. Unless there's a raid. So, the raids are basically whenever you first plant something, there'll be a timer above it, and that's how long you have until they come to destroy your ass, basically. Destroy you and your crops. If you're not around your crops, they won't spawn in until you get within distance of them, which is always good. Please let me find that before it goes away. Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course, regular wood is going to do absolute jack crap against them. But it's always good to at least have some kind of barrier between them and the crops. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do tonight, and get that all set up and good to go, so that way we have some food being grown, because I hate to die. I mean, there's really no big consequence for dying in this game unless you die far away, because then it absolutely sucks. But outside of that, there's no, like, big penalty. So you can pick these up and, like, place them down properly, so you can, like, refine them as they're standing up. Also, you could probably build a log cabin out of that, but, like, I probably wouldn't recommend it because they shine like that, and that'd probably be really annoying. But, yeah. All kind of, like, resource kind of things that you can move around, or, like, the raw resources will twinkle like that to let you know that, hey, you can refine me. And eventually we can get, like, auto-refining bots and stuff like that, which is always nice to have. You can stick them on a vehicle, and then you can drive by, and it'll just pick them up, pick the resources up, and refine it for you. So that's nice. But since it just turned night, it's probably going to be a minute before we actually get this done. So I'm hoping not to start the crops growing until later in the day when it's daylight. Less chance of the bots spawning and all that good stuff. So at least that's, like, I'm pretty sure this... I heard a bot. But I'm pretty sure that that's usually how stuff like this goes. With people. Or not, yeah, with games is like, nighttime's usually a lot scarier, a lot more, like, stuff going on. So that would be my assumption, is that's what's gonna happen. So that's what I'm just kind of already preparing for. Also, I really hope I'm not too loud. I haven't messed with my audio or anything. The only thing I've messed with is my audio settings, but I'm looking over here at my recording, and it's getting to yellow a little bit of what it's detecting. I might have to turn myself. I usually always turn myself down in the editing, anyways, but I might have to turn myself down a little bit more. We want this to cover. Let's just do that. Right, I'll just get rid of these two, because I don't want to use too much doing this. This is a pain to try to get the wood. So yeah, we only got 3 left. That's it. Unless we got more in our inventory. Well, we had the scrap metal, but we don't want to use the scrap metal. Scrap metal is going to be more resilient. But again, we don't really want to waste that scrap metal. Now, whenever we have a drill and we can mine these rocks and stuff everywhere, yeah, sure. That would probably be the best way to do it. But right at the moment, it's currently not the best way to do that. And of course, eventually we'll have our own base, and we'll have like defenses and like all this like really cool stuff that'll help us defend against the bots and stuff. Like we'll have our farm in the center of everything, so like they would have to break through all of our defenses and everything. Now the farm is one of the most important things, but like it's not bad if you lose one harvest or something. The biggest thing I think is worthwhile is your resources and the stuff you build. So like if you build like a decent vehicle or something, you don't want them tearing up your vehicle. So I wouldn't put your garage or your vehicle housing place or like your vehicle anywhere near your farm. They will attack your vehicle. I don't think they'll attack it on sight, but like if you're in your vehicle, they will start attacking it. So you don't want that, of course, happening, but you also don't want them destroying your crops. So you gotta kind of balance that a little bit of like what you want or like what you value most. I would value my chests, component kits, and everything else more than my farm, because if I have a decent food supply saved up, I wouldn't be too much worried about it. But once... See, I already hear another bot somewhere. And I'm not even sure if you guys can hear that, because I think I have the game volume turned down quite a bit. Probably to the fact that you probably don't even hear the music. Like, the music is so subtle that you probably don't hear that. There's a chance that you do, but what do I know? Just get on this good stuff. I wonder, do I have... I'm gonna check something really fast here. Okay, good. I thought maybe I had an audio filter on my regular stuff, and I didn't want that to be blocking out the on my desktop audio in OBS. I didn't want that blocking out the game sounds. But no, there's nothing on there. We almost have it fully blocked in. It's already morning, and we're already going on 15 minutes. Ah, crap. I want to get stuff done, like, honest to God. I don't want to have episodes running that long. I mean, I could just do edits. That's very well what I could. Like, resource collection when it's tedious like this, I could edit this all up. But the fact is, like, I like kind of watching this kind of stuff, and I like just communicating and talking. And I loved watching YouTubers as I was younger. Just talk and play the game, you know? It's more so about, like, anymore, I feel like YouTube videos and stuff, it's all about, like, the new features in the game and like seeing the features and then being done with them. Like I want to actually just play the game. I don't want to make any edits. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to play. I mean, I guess that's what like live streams are about, really. But I like being able to just play a game. And even if it takes me 30 episodes to build a base, like that's the risk I'm willing to take. Because like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people out there would enjoy this kind of simplistic content nowadays, because everything's kind of more or less is just refined to get those views, and that's it. Like, I want to cater to an audience that just wants to sit and hang out with their favorite YouTuber. So that's what I want to achieve, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll ever become anybody's favorite YouTuber, not by any means, at least not right now. But I do want to make this content for people to just chillax, enjoy, watch me play games. That's what I like doing anyways, so why not continue down that road? But like I said, I'll probably just record out a bunch and then just split it into episodes. There'll probably be, since I'm going down this route of not making many cuts and stuff, I'll probably do it with 30-minute episodes. And then just upload them more or less daily. So if I record 2 hours worth of content, I'll split it up into 4 videos. That's what I'll probably do today. I'll just record for as long as I can, and we'll go with that until we reach some kind of goal where I feel like stopping. Yeah. There's another piece of the tree over there, but I think we should have enough. Also, I'm thirsty now. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, well that's done, finally. I'm apparently going to starve here in a second. So let's eat this. And there's like foods you can make too that can like instant heal. Pretty sure. Actually, no, I think the foods are for trading, if I remember right. Maybe, maybe not. I think there's one thing you can eat out of it, and then the rest is just for trading. I think that's how it works. I'm not particularly sure, but we'll find out. We'll just plant all this down. And I'm pretty sure we'll get seeds back from all of this when it's grown. We don't need potatoes since we don't have any like cannon launchers, but I will make some tomatoes because tomatoes get back a lot of water. I don't think we're gonna have enough fertilizer for all this though, sadly. Yeah, unauthorized farming detected. And now there's gonna be, yeah, there's the time. So you got roughly 13 minutes until the bots come and try to attack this. I can't remember if you put the water on. I think you put the water on before. Oops. That'd be alright. I don't think it affects whether you put it on before or after. I think it matters as long as it gets watered. Then it helps the growth. So. You think a big bucket of water like this would be able to cover more than just one plant at a time, but I guess not. Also, it's nice that we use pretty much all of our seeds besides the carrots. And we only have 2 unused plots, so that is great, in my opinion. I think I just got 2 with 1 hit. I'm not sure if that happened or not, but I think it did. You can also like automate the watering process and stuff too eventually, which is always, I don't know why I watered those, but I did, which is always cool to mess around with. So if you don't know, this game is all about like automation and all that glorious stuff. Those should be more than ready to harvest. I'm not sure about the rest of it because it doesn't have any fertilizer. So we will just have to see and keep an eye on that timer while we go do other stuff. So coming away from the water up this hill, I believe, is where the mechanic shop is. I think. Hello. There it is. Okay. So hopefully nothing attacks that, and we can be there in time for whenever it does get attacked. As you can see, you can still see the timer. We got 11 minutes now. So, yeah. So let's get to work on our car. We can actually go ahead and craft the scrap engine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. The scrap driver's seat requires more wood. And then the bearings are pretty easy to craft. Actually, I can go over here and start the crafting of the bearings. I think we actually have enough bearings if I check my inventory. Yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6, so that should be enough. But this is going to craft that. We can collect that, and then we can start crafting the seat after we get some more wood. And then all we got to do after that is go around and try to find the hives. And then we should be good to try and build our first car, hopefully. Then once we have our first car, it should be a no-brainer to actually be able to get more component kits and stuff, because then we'll be able to scavenge and go farther and stuff like that. Also, it is worth noting we can make gas, so we're not scavenging for gas, because gas just needs crude oil. And we already... actually, we don't have any crude oil at the moment, I don't believe. I think we just have the, what is it called? The chemicals. Which chemicals are used, I think, when you get higher tiers of metal. Which are heavier, but have more resilience to stuff, so... that's stuff you probably want to put on your base. Like the actual good parts of your base. That you want to absolutely protect. Like your farm. I think we completely dismantled that tree. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Because some of those trees can be absolutely massive. That's a neat feature. I don't know if that was there last time I played, but if you stop, it continues back where you left off. I think it completely restarted it last time. I'm not 100% sure. But it's nice that it's there. So, like, if you get interrupted mid-refining, then you can fix that. It's weird how you get scrap wood, of all things, whenever you harvest this. And you have to craft a regular wood. But I guess it makes sense in a long-term perspective. Because, like, you gotta be able to make a tier system and stuff. So, like... yeah, I guess it makes sense, but also you don't need any extra chemicals or anything. You just stick it back into the crafting thing. I'm not sure exactly what it does to make it stronger, but it makes it stronger. So yeah, because like if I go to the craft bot over here and collect these bearings, I can go to wood blocks and I can craft regular wood with my scrap. So I think it just condenses it down more and it makes it so it's stronger. I still need more. I do not have enough. Yeah, we don't have any crude oil, but what we do have is the chemicals and some gas. About 27 gas. So let's dismantle this tree and get to work. I don't really know what to really talk about. I mean, I could talk about a lot of things, but like, I'm just kind of trying to think of like what's relevant to this point in time. I can continue talking about how, the channel stuff and like what I want to do with it, but I feel like that's more or less boring. Because let's be real here. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm new at this. Like, I don't know how to completely make like the most exciting content in the world, and obviously it's probably not gonna be a while before I get to that point. But I'm never going to over exaggerate my excitement or something, because I find that kind of just a ploy to get younger kids and stuff to watch. And like, honestly, I don't want kids watching. Like, I cuss and stuff, so it's not my place to Like, if your kids are watching, like, it's not my problem. If you allow your kids to watch the content, then that's you. Uh, it's not my problem. um, but yeah, I'm going to probably talk about all kinds of stuff on here because I still have a long while to go and a lot more stuff I want to make and do, and so obviously I'm gonna make stuff, and I don't care whether or not you approve of it. Also, I got 6 minutes until the thing arrives. That is not enough time to even begin to think about going out and searching for the bee stuff, because the bee stuff, the beeswax, whatever it's called, usually you find them on hills or the sides of mountains like that. Actually, there might be some over there. Now that I kind of think about it, that actually might be right there. That little yellow spot. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it wasn't exactly, but there was one there. It's still one here. When I first found one of these, I thought I was gonna get stung. But apparently, bees do not give two craps in this game whether or not you destroy their stuff. All you gotta do is, oh, well, you know, if I actually get up there, maybe I can do something. Maybe they changed it. It'd be a very warm welcome up here if they did change it. But you just bonk. They all spill out. They all get mad. But they eventually rebuild. So, I heard a little guy. He sounds angry. I don't know where he is. I only got two, which is kind of annoying. Because those do regenerate, but they don't regenerate often. There's another one over here, it looks like. I think I see the bees around it. Nope, that was just Paul. Oh, this is the cotton. Yeah, I need that. Is there any bees around this rock formation? It's usually where they like to hang out. Guess not, but we know where cotton spawns, just out in the open. That's always wonderful to know. So we have some cotton out to try and get a regular seat, but it also requires component kits, so I probably won't mess with that for a minute. That's that one place we explored earlier. That's not a mountainside, so it's more likely not going to have any beehives on it. I'm going to go ahead and go over here for fear of losing my farm. Because we don't want that to happen. We do not want that to happen. Because we only got like 3 minutes left. And that's, it looks like stuff is maybe grown over here. Maybe. Can I harvest you yet? No. Yeah, these are grown a lot more than these have. But these are not completely done yet, so I gotta wait a little bit longer. Oh, pigment flowers. I can use those for something. What I don't want to do is leave the farm. And there's only 2 minutes left. I do know that you can dive into the ocean just at freaking whim. Just like this. And you can come down here and get crude oil. Just like... Also, you can smash open clams. To get, glue clams. Then you can pick up, crude oil down here. But you do have a, weaving bar, so you also gotta watch that. But yeah, you can come down here and just smash open clams. Get that good stuff, and then get the crude oil. And that's always fun to do, always fun to get. Just smash that open. Is it the glue can be used with the chemicals, I think? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I remember one day, I got like an absolute crap ton of just a bunch of the chemicals, and I made them all into the chemical flask things that you see out there. And I just like I had an absolute ton. Also, they finished. We got actually quite a bit. Then we got 14 seeds back. I'm not going to plant those yet because I do not want to lose my farm. Because we only have a minute and 20 seconds left. There's 1 hour, but you know how time works in most games. Seconds are usually always, almost always minutes in games with time scales. I've noticed that. With 24-hour cycles, that's usually always the case. It'd be cool. Well, I know some games do this. It'd be cool if there was a game kind of like this, but it followed real lifetime. But not in like follow to the dying. It's just like a 24-hour period was actually going to be 24 hours in a day and 24 hours at night. Or not 24 hours in the day, but you know what I mean. 12 hours at night, 12 hours a. You know what I mean. Like following an actual thing. So if you spent 24 hours in the game, it would have only went 1 day. But I obviously know why it's sped up to add variety and make things quicker in a game and stuff like that. But it'd be cool and interesting to see a game like that where it only continues the day-night cycle when you're in it, and it also has a 24-hour day-night cycle. Also, we're about to hear some bots come pretty quickly. Yep, this one's closer. There's two over here. No! See what I mean? He was able to climb over it. And he destroyed a few of them. Damn it. Damn it. Well, we saved most of them. Oh, I picked up that by accident. We saved most of them, and we got a few out of it. I guess that's what matters. But that's still very annoying.